Hey everybody, this is Kia. Thank you for joining me this week. Y'all, we finished the first week of school. Woo woo. So we finished the first week online virtually. We are on campus, however, the kids are at home. So it's looking different for a lot of people, especially the ones who are in person. My heart is with you, and just know we are all supporting you, all right? So, and supporting each other. Well, I just want to touch base with you, whether you're an educator, whatever you're doing, stay encouraged. Especially my last video last week was, it's a new season. It really is. And I'm finding out, just being honest, I'm finding out a lot of the things that worked last season is not going to work in the season. And so I'm a big believer in not throwing out the baby with the bathwater, so to speak. However, we have to be consistent yet flexible. Okay, that's the key. So really quick, always remember that I encourage you as I am encouraging myself. I am not the spokesperson for perfection. If you're looking for that, go look for somewhere else. Look at that somewhere else, because I'm not. But at the same time, I want to share with you. I don't know everything, but I do know a little something. And so I want to share it with you. All right. So these 3 points I'm going to talk about today are really things that I thought about this first week, okay, of school. And first of all, the first one is grow and be willing to grow. And so this week, the first day of school, for a lot of people was a little panicky. It was, it wasn't like the spring where you already knew your students. Okay. This was very different. We have never seen these kids, these babies. We haven't. And so the first day when they came in, there were connection issues. And if you've taught before, you know that the first day of school is critical because you're setting your expectations for the year. Okay. And yes, even though I want my students not to stress, especially with everything that's going on, you still have to set expectations. You just can't just roll into the online classroom, beatboxing, you're playing video games on the side, on your cell phone on the side. You have to be focused. So it was really important. So the first day, it seemed like a struggle. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't horrible, but it just seemed like a struggle. And so, but one thing I learned, I told myself, stay calm. It's going to get better and you're going to grow through this. And it didn't feel like that the first day. And that's exactly not what I was thinking. But as the week progressed, things did get better. And you found out that a lot of people are having the same issues, other things with the connection, everything like that. But over time, people came out, they started working on stuff. The connections got better. The Wi-Fi connections got better. The kids were starting to submit their work. They were responding. They were typing in the chat. They were doing everything. It was like, we're learning. It's happening. They're learning. And so I encourage you to, no matter what everything's not going to always be perfect. Grow through it. Grow through it. It will get better. Okay, it will get better. The next one is, I have to say this, is lean in. Lean in. Right now, not just education, a lot of different facets of society, they're working together. You have to. And teaching education, typically, especially in the classroom, can be a very individualistic profession for the simple fact that you're in the classroom with your kids doing your own style of teaching. And it still somewhat applies. Yes, it is, because I'm not a big believer in trying to use somebody else's thought process to help to teach my kids, if you kind of get what I'm saying. But at the same time, this is a time where we need to lean in and work together. And so leaning in means collaborating more and asking more questions than usual, okay, in terms of working with each other, etc. And also to garnering ideas from each other. And now it's more of, hey, what did y'all do? Okay, what did you do for this? Or how are you going to do this online journal? Or how's this going to look? And they're looking at you going, that's the truth. Like, okay, do y'all have ideas? Like, it's a good collaboration. Not saying everything's always perfect, but it's collaboration. And so it has to happen, especially during this season. We've got to start becoming more unified and working together, okay? So it's okay to be you. I'm a big advocate of do you, boo. Okay, I'm a big advocate of do you. But at the same time, it's more of leaning into people and working together and coming up with solutions. So let's lean in together. And then last, stay consistent, but flexible, but flexible. So I'm a big person. I'm a type of person where I believe in consistency in certain areas, not everything, but in certain areas, I believe in consistency. You're talking about in terms of, you know, I'm really big on wellness and things like that. Like this blouse I'm wearing, actually, you can't see it. I cut it off. It's way too big. And when I first bought it in several years, I got this in Hawaii. Hey. And so, and when I first bought it, it was way too tight. I couldn't wear it for like 2 years. Now it fits like a dress. Like you can't see it. I cut it off so you can't see it. I tried it. I'm like, oh, this would be pretty and colorful to wear today. And I was like, oh my goodness. Girl, you need to get some new clothes. Because it's like, yeah, because I had no idea. So it fits like a dress. But staying consistent in wellness produces these type of results. I'm a work in progress, but it produces results. But at the same time, a lot of people, consistency is you're staying consistent, but you don't want to bend at all. You know, it's like, okay, you just stay consistent. It has to be this way. No, stay consistent, but be flexible. Okay. So stay consistent and be flexible. And so stay consistent. My lesson plans, my ideas, my Google Classroom is very organized. It's set up, at least I hope it is, but it's very set up because I want it to be easy for my kids and their parents to be able to access, get the tools they need. But at the same time, I have to be ready to get an idea that I know what is best for my kids. It's not about me. It's about what is going to be best for them. And so at this time, so they can learn. And so I want that for them, but keeping that flexibility at the same time. So stay consistent, but also be flexible. And I was listening to an interesting message today. I loved it. And one of his main points was that he said, we're in a season where, yeah, we're going to bend. It's a lot. There's a lot going on. We're going to bend, but don't break. We're going to bend, but don't break. And I admonish you to stick with it, not to give up, and to press forward a day at a time. We don't have grace. I don't have the time. I can't worry about 5 days from now. Like I can plan. That's wise. You plan, but commit to a day at a time. And I want to read you something really quickly that has blessed me since I was 16 years old. And it says this: therefore, do not cast away your confidence, which has great reward, for you have need of endurance, so that after you have done the will of God, you may receive the promise. And that is Hebrews 10:35. And that is, I don't usually cry like that. That scripture has touched my heart since I was a teenager. And do not lose that confidence in God. And I'm not going to hide that at all. I'm not at all. It is the Lord that is getting all of us through this time. And so I want you to stay encouraged and I'm not typically the type to boohoo in front of people or anything like that, but it just touches me because that scripture has touched me since I was a teenager. So I care about you. You stay encouraged. You keep going. Keep keep working together, grow, lean in, stay consistent, but flexible. All right. So I am stay encouraged. Know that I'm praying for you. We're going to do this a day at a time. And we got this. And aloha to my shirt that's too big. Hey, aloha. We were supposed to go back to Hawaii this summer. We are going to go back hopefully next summer as well. So hopefully next summer we'll be able to go because that is just one of my favorite places in the world. So you guys, love you. See you soon.